What's going on, guys? My name is Newton with MLPlay.com, bringing a review into CSR Racing, a free-to-play game for iOS and Android devices. Now, we've just installed the game, and as you can see here, we have a cool few different cars we can kind of check out. Nice 3D animations the game has to offer, and overall looking pretty solid. Now, I gotta say, the gameplay and the racing style of the game is a little bit different than what you'd assume it would be in a racing style game, and I'll go over that very shortly. But let's go ahead and go over the different features of the game. Now you can see we have a few different cars we can kind of select from, and once we acquire the money and resources and other things like that, you can obtain new cars, race with them, challenge them, put them to the test, and other things like that. Now, we have quite a few different cars to select from, and we can kind of select through the different ones going across the bottom selection on the. As you can see on the bottom, we can kind of slide across and select different ones, and if you find a car you like, you can see the stats on the left-hand side, and choose different colors and other things like that. Now, I'm going to say the 3D animations, or the 3D graphics for the game, are very, very nice and displayed very nicely on my iPad. I enjoy it quite a bit, and I really enjoy how the car is kind of on a show floor, you know, to make it look all fancy and nice, and you kind of get to see what the car really looks like before you buy it. Now, Mini Coopers, I love Mini Coopers. Let's go ahead and select what I think is going to be the best car. I mean, who wouldn't love a Mini Cooper? Look at this thing. And the nice blue color. Oh, no, let's go ahead and select blue. Let's go ahead and buy our Mini Cooper with the free money that it gave us. Go ahead and hit buy that. And now let's go ahead and take this thing and bring it right into the racing. And I'll show you guys how the racing kind of works right now. So let's go ahead and go to a map and race. Go ahead and hit next. Here's the city map over here, and as you can see, we'll have a bunch of different challenges and other things like that you'll unlock the more you progress in the game. Now, we have Tier 1, Tier 2, each with a good amount of missions to select from on the map. Now, we only have one to select from right now because we just hopped into the game, so let's go ahead and race and put the game to the test. So, there we go. You can see an overview of our car over here. We have a nice little cutscene over here. And this is kind of how the racing works. It's very different. It's kind of not what you'd expect for an iOS or Android game. You'd expect to use the gyro on the tablets and kind of you know, use tilt controls and other things like that. But no, the game kind of plays itself for you, and you just gotta make sure you use shift gears and other things like that at the right time. Now, that was pretty much it. Very quick and simple race. It didn't take us long to win. Now, I wish there was a little bit more engagement and it had you, you know, participate more in the races and other things like that. Now, the game does kind of play itself for you and doesn't offer too much of a challenge when it comes to playing against others. I mean, the only thing it really challenges you with is the timing of, you know, shifting gears and other things like that so you can win the races. Now, I guess it's alright. I mean, the graphics are nice, and it is kind of like watching a nice little cutscene of a race every time you do a challenge. But like I said, I wish the game had a little bit more to offer and you know, offer a little bit more of a challenge or a little bit more engagement when playing against others online and other things like that. So let's go ahead and do one more race and kind of check ourselves out and see if we can win this. Now, this is a crew race. I'm going to go ahead and assume there's probably more racers, and as you can see, we have different tiers and other things like that. So let's go ahead and continue. We have a bunch of tier 5, and it's basically going over the different tiers and the different people we can go ahead and face ourselves against. So this is tier 1 over here, and we're gonna go ahead and go against Papa Biz over here. So let's go ahead and go race. And if we win this, we obtain quite a bit of money, which is nice. So he has a fancy car over here with cool little graphics on it, and we have our, you know, our awesome Mini Cooper, the best car ever. So let's go ahead and start the race, and we'll go ahead and switch gears once again. And he does have a very, very fast car, and it seems like we do not have enough acceleration. So this is where basically, you know, obtaining more money, replaying missions, and getting different cars for different challenges will come into play. But I mean, overall, there wasn't really much we could do against his car. He accelerated much faster than we did. But once again, you didn't really play too much into how the race went. It was kind of really based more off stats. So let's go ahead and hit next and go back to our overview. Now, overall, the game looks very, very nice, but the racing aspect of the game is kind of lackluster and wish there was more to it. Now, if I were to give the game a rating, now, compared to other racing games, I'm not too much of a fan. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. I think they could have did a much better job with the racing. Like I said, I wish there was more interaction and other things like that. Other than that, the graphics are very nice, and I think they do a good job of that, displaying it nicely without any lag on the mobile platform. But Other than that, guys, my name is Newton with MMOplay.com. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. But until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later.